It was a pretty good weekend. I went to go stay down with my mom's over the weekend. Just like an hour and a half south. Took my boys. Just dropped them off. I'm in kind of a lull after that, right? I mean, there just is. Like, my kids are like high energy. Then I get back in the car and then the energy just zaps. And it's like an adjustment every time for me. When I drop them off, I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm alone again. Such a reminder of that. Not too bad today though. I haven't drank for almost a week, which is good. That probably, I don't know if that's helping somewhat, I guess. I don't know. My kids are a good distraction on the weekend. And then I take them back, and then I come to my little box on wheels, and I just silence starts hitting in. It gets really bad when I don't see them for like a week. So I'm using my kids, I guess. I'm using my kids to keep stable, sort of. I'm not stable, but I mean, I use my kids to keep more stable. If I didn't have my kids, man, I'd be a wreck. I feel like something will change in about a month. I feel like my body will get to a point where it's forcing me to make a change, which is good because right now I don't feel like it. It's Super Bowl Sunday. I think I got invited to a party, but those are just. I probably will go, but I'm like the older one out. I think it's going to be a lot younger. There might be a few older people, maybe older than even me. So I'm just going to kind of be in the middle. Early 30s is kind of a really weird stage. You're not old enough yet to be in the crowd. All the older people still call you a kid, and all the kids look at you as like, I don't know, it's kind of this weird middle ground. It's a real terrible age. You think 30s is good, but it's not. You're like in this weird transition middle phase thing. And you go to parties and you're just like, I don't fit. It's not like you're old enough where you're just like, yeah. You're like the guy that just, it doesn't, I don't know, you just don't feel right. Parties in general, I never feel like I belong there. I feel so out of place. I just sit there and like stare at the wall, talk to a few people, get chatty for a little bit about nothing, and it's like, what was that? Like I have a hard time just letting go and having fun. Even when I've been to the ones where I drank at the parties, those are not very fun. It's kind of like anxiety inducing. And I know you're drinking, so you're not supposed to have anxiety, but for me, man, I have anxiety. I want to make sure that I get home safe and all this stuff, and I don't have the forethought to plan those things, and so I just know that if I don't plan them, which I don't plan them very often, then I can be in trouble. It's more risky for me. It's risky for my kids, and so I don't like doing that. So that's why when I drink at home, and I usually drink alone. I tend to drink more with people, and I don't like that either. So parties are kind of weird. I mean, I'd rather there not be drinking at a party. People are stupid when they drink, just generally. They get annoying. They annoy me. And I don't drink in front of people because I feel like I'm become even more annoying than I already am. So let's just not do it. That's why I do it more like medicinally, therapeutically at night, which hasn't been good this month. I haven't been very good at how much and the quantity. I'm never good with the quantity. I'll overdo it, but I'll overdo it more in a group, so gotta pick and choose my battles, I guess. Anyway, Like, I thought about going, and I'm like, I'm not going to enjoy it, but I should force myself to do it. I hate that. Why am I forcing myself to not have fun? Not that I'm going to not have fun at home, but... I know. It's a stupid thing. It's like, how are you supposed to meet people if you don't go out? But it just happens. It happens to the best of us, right? Just end up staying in, and then... Well, you're never going to meet anybody that way. You're never going to make friends that way, and you're never going to keep friends that way. But if your intent is not to have friends in the first place, then I guess you're doing pretty good. So, I don't know. But overall, it was a good day. I mean, the day's young. I probably have to sleep. My kids don't let me sleep. It's hard working the night shift and having kids. You know, you stay up all night, or you stay up most of the night until like 4 or 5 in the morning. And you sleep until 1. And then when you have kids, they're like, you know, they need to go to bed at 9, and you've already slept all day, and, or, you know, and you're just like, well, so you stay awake, try to go to sleep, and you can't go to sleep, and then guess what? They're up at 7:15, shaking you, saying, Daddy, Daddy, it's time to get up, Daddy, get up, Daddy, get up. And they have even less of an attention span than you do. So you feel bad because you're like, go play a video game, please. But you feel bad about it saying that. Then they go, and then they realize you're not there, and then they come back. It was cute, though, last night. The last couple nights, one of my boys, or both of my boys, have woken up. You know, my little guy, I was down with my brothers, my older brothers, or my younger brothers, downstairs, like in the basement level. I just hear this crying, faint crying, and I just know. I'm like, oh, there's my littlest one, my 3-year-old. And he comes into the room, and he's like, Daddy, it's scary upstairs. Come to bed. So I have to go upstairs, go to bed, and this happened a couple times, and he gets mad at me because I'm not in bed with him, but I just can't do it because I'm work night shift, and it's just too hard. And so, but it's so cute. You know, they can tell when you're not there, right? There's like a set of bunk beds and a big giant bed, and I sleep in the bunk beds. I sleep separately from them. There's just no room. Man, when I can't sleep with my kids. If I sleep in my trailer, I have to sleep on the foot of my bed to sleep in the same bed. Or I have to go sleep in my bunk bed. Because I've got a little set in my trailer, too. But, anyway, they just know. It's like they wake up, they check to make sure you're there. Oh, you're there. They go back to bed. And that is so sweet. I don't have somebody checking up on me at night like that. So it's refreshing when I do. Because I don't have that anymore. When my kids aren't there, there's nobody to wake me up or make sure that I'm there. So, you know, if something happens in my sleep, or I choke on a piece of steak in my trailer, that's the end of things. I mean, yeah, a couple days later, my ex will be like, why didn't you pick up the kids? And, you know, they'll find my body and stuff, but, you know, it's kind of sad. We had a patient that had passed away. I think it was suicide, and she was there for a few days, and nobody noticed until one of the other patients that was in her facility stopped by, noticed, and she was a mental health patient too. And this is terrible, and you don't have family that checks up on you like you should. I called my dad today to wish him happy birthday, you know, and I don't know, like, I think he knows he needs to come to see us just out of duty, but I feel like that's all it is just duty. Like, I don't get the feeling like he really wants to come see me, you know? Not that I blame him. I mean, I'm just by myself, but it's really for my boys, you know? Like, I want them to see their grandpa, but I don't know. That was kind of sad. I feel like my mom's the only one that gives me the attention, but it's all divided between 7 other kids, so it's like I can't tap her for all of the attention I need. That's why I'm alone and feel lonely all the time.